Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today's kids are glued to their phones. They receive their news from social media apps, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, et cetera. If these apps use algorithms that send these kids down rabbit holes, showing nonstop videos of, let's say, mold-infested barracks and other failures of our military, I'm going to ask you to take this for the record. What steps are each of the services taking to basically combat the issue of the, let's just say, misinformation? For whatever reason it's some of the younger generation think it's entertaining. This is the entertained generation, and we can't expect anything different. But I'd like to know what steps you are using, if any, and the answer might be no, to combat the negative press, if you will, the negative influence that the young, age-eligible military, potential military accessions might be consuming. Now, during the senior enlisted perspective hearing on March the 9th, we discussed the lack of propensity to serve. I mean, there's enough data out there that says, okay, there's a lower number of young people being, and influencers who say you should, at least spend a little bit of time in the military. At that hearing, I had asked each service to take for the record if their recruiters are being welcomed by the schools. And we're largely talking high schools here, not colleges, high schools. By the Board of Education, the teachers, the counselors, the coaches, et cetera. Assistant Secretary Parker, the response I received from Department of the Navy was some high schools only allow access once a year. Again, how many high schools in the Navy's recruiting locations are restricting access? And we're going to take this across. Again, take it for the record, because I'm guessing you don't have those numbers at your fingertips. How many high schools in the Navy's recruiting locations, or however they're spread out, because your recruiters travel, are restricting access? And what can we do to ensure that you and every service have as much access as possible? This, when you look at the total number of accessions, officer and enlisted, is it a fair statement to say that if you got 100% of the numbers you're trying to recruit, the majority of those are enlisted? Is that a true statement? You don't have to say it, just a head nod will be fine. So when you think about that, we can, or you can, develop the tactics, techniques, and procedures, as we would say, to focus on that. And I'm guessing you're probably talking anywhere after the age of 16 or 17 to get into the minds of those fine young men and women who, quite honestly, at that age, really are clueless about how the big world really works and what opportunities could be good, bad, or indifferent for them after high school. I believe we're missing a great opportunity here to focus our resources, and where we can help, especially under Chairman Banks' leadership. This subcommittee has, for the past year, tried to work with the Department of Defense and all the services to see what we can do to help you get the job done, and not only get the numbers up, but get the, yes, it is about the number, but if you assess the wrong people, they're not going to make it through MEPS, they're not going to make it through basic training, they're not going to go on. So it is about lighting the fire inside those hearts and minds of those young people, so that they will say, I think I'd like to talk to the recruiter again. I believe we are missing an opportunity here to work together, and time wasted is time lost. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.